Today we will tell you the full story of the movie The 12th Man. This is the story of the year 1940 when the world was going through the difficulties of the Second World War, and during this time Hitler's army attacked Norway and made the people their slaves. Many lions were burnt and many people were brutally killed, and the valuable place there was captured by the German soldiers. Now after 3 years, that is, in the year 1943, Norwegian soldiers were traded in Scotland, whose training was done by the British Army. Now they are taught here how to destroy the military bases and air force of the German army, and after this, 12 soldiers are selected to complete Operation Raid, and now they have to complete their mission with the whole society. 1,100 soldiers are sent to the army, and after 3 months the remaining 1,100 are killed by the Germans. In the next story we will know how this soldier escaped from Hitler's army and what difficulties he faced in his journey. Now in this story, the time of 3 months before is shown when German soldiers surround these 12 soldiers from all sides and attack their boat and destroy it. After this 11 of them are taken prisoner, but one of these soldiers, whose name was Jine, hides behind a stone, and as soon as he gets a chance he starts running away. When German soldiers see him running they chase him and also fire bullets on him from behind. One of the bullets hits his thumb, due to which he gets injured and also dies. Here his injured thumb starts bleeding, and on seeing his footprints the German soldiers start chasing him, but Jine makes many footprints, the seeing which the German soldiers get confused and Jine manages to escape from there, and now after many hours it becomes night for Jine and he reaches the bank of a river whose head has frozen due to cold. Jine knows this very well, that if the German soldiers catch him then they will give him a painful death, so without caring for his life he puts him in the cold water of the river and slowly starts trying to save him, and the German soldiers use flare guns and torches to find him, but they do not find any trace there, and now the general also feels that Jine is dead now because he could not see him in such cold water. It is very difficult to survive in this river, and on the other hand we see a superior officer who has come to investigate the 1,100 soldiers who were caught, and when he finds out that one of the soldiers is missing, he asks the general about it, and the general tells him that he has died due to the river, but the general does not believe him and he says that we have to keep searching for him until we find his body, and he orders him to search the whole area again. And on the other hand we are shown Jine, who somehow crosses the river and comes out, but now his condition is very bad. His whole body is covered with ice, and even in such conditions he has to continue moving forward, and then he sees a boat on which he starts asking for help from the couple present there, and seeing Jine's condition Jine asks them to help him. But they take pity on Jine and take him to their house. The woman gives Jine some warm clothes and also applies medicine on his wounds, due to which he is saved. On the other hand, we are shown Officer Kurt, who investigates the matter of those 11 people, but those 11 soldiers do not open their mouth, and after this, they are subjected to third-degree torture and are given very harsh torture. Actually Kurt knows that any human being can survive in icy water for about 20 minutes, and that is why he suspects that 12th Ma is alive, and after this he himself gets into the icy water, and after surviving for 20 minutes, he is convinced that 12th Ma is still alive and Jine's condition is the same. Now she has recovered to a great extent, and with the help of local people, he sets out on his journey ahead, and in this journey he has to face many difficult situations. There are snow-clad mountains all around him, and these icy winds try their best to stop his path, but Jine does not give up, and then he sees a house in which there is a wise woman. When she comes to know that Jine is a non-dead soldier, she helps him, bandages his wound and gives him the address of a man who can help him in this mission, after which Jine thanks the woman and escapes from there, escaping from the German soldier. Now, after traveling for many days, Jine reaches the place which the wise woman had given him. Here he meets a couple and their daughter. Jine gives them his elder brother's name. I tell him everything, and then a lady tells me that all her colleagues have been kept in the hospital. She has a friend nurse in the hospital who has told me that after torturing many soldiers badly, their condition is very serious and many of them have died, and hearing this, after this Jine completely breaks down and remembers his comrades and runs. Now Jine decides that he will go to Sweden from here, where the German army will not be able to find them. Then a little girl comes to Jine and gives him a map and tells him the way to Sweden. When he does not get any information on the map, he gets all those Norwegian soldiers killed. Then an officer comes to Krit and tells him that he tried to find the 12th soldier everywhere and searched from house to house, but he could not find the 12th soldier even at the doorstep. So now they should take the 12th soldier to the hospital, and he requests Krit to take the report to Hitler that all the 12 soldiers have been killed. But then Krit says that he will kill Hitler. He cannot lie to anyone, and he is shown to Jine, who reaches a fisherman's house. Jine requests the fisherman to take him to Sweden, after which he goes to the boat to help him, and he takes Jine in his boat and takes him to Sweden. He has a good knowledge of the current situation in this regard, so he asks Jine to be careful of Officer Krit because he is searching for him everywhere, because it has been Krit's record that no prisoner has been able to escape from his captivity. Now after reaching a place, Officer Krit gives him his boat, and before leaving, he gives him gum, clothes and food, and with the help of this he starts going to Sweden. And on the other side, Hemmerit is shown, who is still studying in 12th and has completed his studies. So, he tells Jine to be careful of Officer Krit because he is searching for him everywhere. He prepares a report of killing 12 soldiers and sends it to Hit, and on the other side he is continuously moving forward killing the gents. Now as soon as he enters a village, some German soldiers are stationed there, and when Jine tries to escape from there, he falls down, and then the Supreme Court and General Court come to him, and after which he beats Jine and says that he thought that he knew how to kill Norwegians well, but Jine does not give any answer to him and quietly leaves from there. And after this Hit gets the information that the story is not in the Saffron 12th, and he orders to bring him back quickly, but by then he is very scared and Jine leaves from there. He is moving forward rapidly, and then an aircraft comes there which starts circling around him. Now before Jine can escape from there, the aircraft starts firing bullets on him, but Jine does not get hit by any of the bullets and he starts moving ahead from there. But then due to the firing of bullets, the frozen rocks start falling down, and suddenly a very big updraft cloud appears which catches Jine in its grip, and Jine falls down in the snow. And when the Germans do not see Jine even on the ground, they take their aircraft and leave from there. Now after several hours, when Jine finds himself buried in snow, he tries to get out of the snow somehow, but now his condition has become very bad, and due to the injury, blood is oozing out of his body, his eyes have turned red, and the nails of his hands have started falling. But his willpower is so strong that he survives even in the worst conditions and slowly slides out of the snow. And on the other side we are shown journalist Krit, who is informed, but Krit still does not believe it, so he leaves some soldiers there to find his body, but Jine has already left from there, and there the soldiers find a map and some food items and a broken key. And when Krit comes to know about it, he leaves to find Jine and orders to search all the houses around the place. Now the soldiers go from house to house and inquire, but they do not find any trace. And then we are shown Jine, who is trying to move forward by keeping himself alive, and now his whole body is frozen with snow, and now his wings are also frozen. He starts staggering but does not give up and walks towards the village, and when Mary and Gaju see Jine coming, they run towards him and bring him inside the house, and they dress him in rural clothes and treat him and then hide him in a safe place. Now when Jine regains consciousness after a week, he is feeling much better and his condition has improved to a great extent, but the infection in his wing has increased so much that he will not be able to walk now. His belief is shaken and he is unaware that 12th is still alive, and after which some soldiers come to question Mary and Gaju, but Mary and Gaju do not tell them anything. And when the German soldiers leave from there, Gudrun with the help of his friends takes Jine to a cell. He lets him lie down on the bed and takes him from there and shifts him to a safe place where Hitler's army cannot reach him. Gudrun says that we will soon find a way to cross the border, and till then you will have to hide at this place, and this place is completely safe. Now Jine is alone here. Now as he gets beaten for a few days, he starts losing his mental balance and starts having bad dreams. In his dreams, he sees German soldiers who are coming to catch him, and sometimes he sees himself dancing. Now while Jine is at this place, weeks pass by, and one day he sees that his thumb has started turning black and the infection is increasing continuously, but there is no one to help him at this place. So he strengthens himself and cuts the fingers in which the bracelet has fallen with the help of a knife, and after which he starts screaming badly and faints with pain. Now after being beaten for 9 days, Jain comes to his place with some people and tells Jain that we have found a way to get him out, and after this they take Jain to a cell. They lie down and with the help of some rations, they pull him out and take him away. When Marius and his companions try to take Jain away from there, a German army aircraft arrives there. Seeing this, they hide Jain under a big stone. Marius tells Jain that soon some people will come to take him who will help him to cross the Swedish border. After this, those people leave from here, and now Jain spends many days waiting under the stone, but no one comes to take him there, and at night the temperature also reaches here and there is snow around him. Now Jain also feels that no one is going to come to take him here, and now his courage also starts breaking, and Marion and Kudo are talking that maybe Jain must have crossed the border by now, and then a person comes here. The man who was about to help Jain cross the Swedish border a few days ago comes and says that he tried a lot to find Jain but he could not even find him. After this he realizes that he might have hidden Jain under a wrong stone, and Gudden gets very scared after hearing this. Sapna sets out to find Jain with a nurse friend. When they reach the hill and see Jain is completely covered in snow by now. After this, people quickly remove the snow from there and see that there is no movement in Jain's body, and it seems that he has died. After this, there is some movement in Jain's body. Seeing this, Mary quickly comes out of the snow and gives him gum to drink and tells him that he has to make love for a few more hours, after which they quickly leave. They will take him away, and after this Marie returns to the village and tells Gudrun that Jain is still alive, and after this some people reach Jain who lie him on the axle and start taking him towards the Swedish border, but now he has become very weak, and after the night comes very cold winds start blowing there, due to which Jain faints there, and when Jagat finds himself inside a cave, then their group leader tells them that there is a strong German guard ahead so they cannot cross the border right now, and he gets angry at them and tells them that I have become very weak now, and if I die then whatever important information I have will never reach you, but the group leader says that we will find some way soon, till then we have to wait at this place. Now Jain has been in the cave for 6 days and the infection in his feathers is increasing even more, and his health is also deteriorating day by day. Now to prevent gangrene, the doctor cuts the infection in his feathers and he is taken good care of there, and when Jain's condition improves, they decide to take Jain across the border, and after this they take him to Jain and take him towards the border, and according to the plan, they reach near the border where thousands of reindeer are present, and there is also a German checkpost here to save them. Jain's cells are closed from all sides and those reindeer are driven towards the Swedish border, and when they pass through there, their number is very high, so the Germans, the soldiers, are not able to see Jain, and now Jain starts getting close to the border, but then the rope of the reindeer comes loose, and in this terrible accident Jain's vehicle overturns, in which Jain gets very serious injuries, and now the German soldiers see him, and before that the reindeer takes him behind a stone while walking, and after that he starts moving towards him, but Jain was sure that even if he fell down, he would not get killed by the German's bullet, so he takes out his gun to shoot himself, but then a miracle happens here. The reindeer which had pulled him here comes to him on its own, and after this he ties the rope tightly and fires in the air, and the reindeer starts running towards the border with full speed. The German soldiers keep firing on him, but not even a single bullet of theirs hits Jain. He does not get it and finally reaches the border of Sweden, which was no less than a miracle for Jain, and Jain succeeds in his mission, and now he calls the German soldier group and informs them 12 in 1945. He manages to escape from them, and when Krit hears this, the ground slips from under his feet, because this happened for the first time when Krod failed to catch a prisoner, and now the story takes place after 3 months, where Jain has now recovered to a great extent, although he has lost his toes in this mission. Now he comes forward and hands over a very important report to the general. Now Jain had become a real hero in the eyes of everyone who had managed to bring secret information while escaping from the German soldiers, and after this the war ends in 1945, and in 1947 Krit is sentenced to death, and Maddie gets married and has 5 children, and Gudrun also starts living happily with her boyfriend, and Jain gets married to a German soldier in Norway. Along with the Beavery Award, the story was also honored with many other awards, but Jain gave the credit of all this to those people who helped him in this mission, even to the reindeer who helped him cross the border. Norway was now free and Jain lived his life very well, and after this he died in the year 1988, and with this the story ends here. So this was the story of the movie, which was based on a true incident. See you in the next video. Till then, good.